I started going to meet other parents at a similar point as you, local to me, kind of, coffee mornings and stuff. And all of those people were employed. A lot of them worked in the city and were like getting 12 months maternity leave, enhanced pay, blah, blah, blah. I literally remember somebody saying to me, like, are you taking, 6 months or 12? And I was like, I at the time, I didn't even know.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
I haven't, I'm not sure. So yeah, like all of those things just led to me feeling completely, out on my own and quite isolated, and was really struggling to meet people that were in a similar situation, and tried to find them in real life, didn't manage to find them. So turned to the internet, because that's what my generation do. And at the time, there just wasn't that much out there. Definitely not in London. Faye Dicker ran something in Bristol at the time, but I wasn't in Bristol. And yeah, like I was just like, I need this. I need to speak to people about this. I have so many questions. I have so much to talk about. And so I ended up launching essentially a blog to start. And I invited the internet to contribute their stories to it. And I met people immediately that way. In fact, people I still speak to now, like the first people that wrote blogs for me, still good friends with now. So yeah, it started as a blog. Then I made an Instagram page, and we talk about the writing on the blog and the stories that people were sharing. And then somebody suggested to start a Facebook group, because we were trying to have these conversations on Instagram, and Instagram is not the platform to have conversations between people. Made a Facebook group, and that just went mad, like really quickly, because it turned out there were lots of people like me who wanted to talk about going on maternity leave when you're self-employed, and the maternity allowance system, and working in a time for money way when you're suddenly got a small baby taking up all your time. Like, yeah, turns out there are lots of people. They just were across the country, and I couldn't talk to them without the internet. And yeah, that was 9-ish. Yeah, 9 years in now, basically. It'll be 10 years next year.
Okay. That's a long time. So you've been building this community for a decade, nearly.
Yeah, my son just turned 10, and I launched him when he was 18 months. So yeah.
Yeah. And what was the general feedback from people who were joining in those early days?
Why didn't this exist before?
Yeah.
This is amazing. I love this. I feel completely understood. Just that sense of like, I see that now. People join and they're like, oh, this is where I'm meant to be. I feel safe here. Yeah.
That must have been quite rewarding and such a relief for you. I mean, they say, don't they, find a pain point, and you've got the makings of a business. It was your pain point. You felt lonely and isolated in that season of your life because you're not going into it. Well, one, you're the first, you're pioneering in your social circle this journey into motherhood. And also you're doing it as a self-employed woman with her own business, and you don't know the rules.
No,
presumably there are some, but you don't know what they are, and you're looking for somebody to help you, and there's nothing, there's no support. And then to realize that you're not alone, because it's quite painful feeling alone in whatever your your situation. That is where the suffering comes from, feeling like we're doing it by ourselves.
Frankly, I would not have done it this long if I didn't find it personally rewarding and fun and joyous.
Yeah. Because you know that work can be fun.
Yeah, right. Amazing.
Yeah.
Revelation. Yeah, like when I run into people on the school run, and like work inevitably comes up, and I try and explain this element of my job. Like, I get paid to chat to people on the internet. And I love it. And it's great. What? Yeah. Like some people are like, okay, I get that. And most people are like, I'm sorry, I don't know like what you're talking about. But yeah, like there's been a lot of challenges along the way, and I honestly wouldn't still be here if I didn't personally love it